you got to ask yourself why. Why am I doing this? Why am I putting up with all the stress, all the money loss, all the losses every time I fell on my face? Why am I putting up with this? You have to have a reason why. Because I feel like a lot of people, when they think about success and making money, they are only tied to one thing and one thing only, and is buying material things, materialistic things that they can hold with their hand. Now, and I do not think that's the end goal of success. Personally, what I see with success is being able to fulfill a dream or a goal that you've had for a very long time. Now, me personally, my entire goal and my dream is to completely retire my parents so they don't have to work another day in their lives and be financially free to the point where I don't have to work a job anymore. I don't have to work for someone else. I can just sit, within the comfort of my home and be able to make money from my computer and be able to afford to live a comfortable, normal life. I'm not looking to buy crazy expensive houses. I'm not looking to buy crazy expensive $1 million cars. I don't see that as something that's fulfilling. Yeah, 100%. I definitely want a nice Porsche. I want a Porsche 911 GT3. 100%. I want my wife to have a nice car. But that doesn't mean that's my full why. Why am I doing this? My entire why is because I want to retire my parents and I want to live that freedom, that thing that tells me, hey, I don't have to worry about, finding a job or something like that because I'm able to do this from my computer, from the comfort of my home. That's the main reason why I'm doing all this stuff. Now you have to ask yourself, why? What is your why? Okay, a lot of people are literally only going to say materialistic things that they can hold in their hands, okay? That's not the way that success works. Okay, really successful people have a reason why. If you guys know who Ben Mala is, Ben Mala is a very successful real estate developer in Florida. He was originally from somewhere in the Bronx area, very poor, literally came from nothing, and now he's running a multi-million-dollar real estate agency in Florida and is continuously growing. I actually drove by his house a couple months ago in August. I drove past his house because I wanted to see it, and this house is nuts. He has a fucking lazy river inside of his own crib. Now, that came with all of the things that he wanted, but his main why wasn't the house. It wasn't the lazy river. It wasn't the success. It wasn't the private jets that he takes. It was for his mom because he was so broke and his mom was so broke. He wanted to get him and his mom out of the situation that they were in. One time I watched one of his YouTube videos and he went back to his old house and it was a complete shithole. The entire house was literally the size of my room, and my room is not that big. It had one bedroom. Ben was living in the living room and his mom was a stay-at-home mom because she was injured or something like that. And Ben decided to say, hey, I need to do something about this. There has to be a reason for me to get out of this and get my mom out of this because there's no way that someone should be living like this. Okay, and you have to take that accountability to yourself and tell yourself, I need to change something about it. Okay, if you go to school, if you have a job, if you have anything that you don't like to do, if you have that average Joe mediocre life that you don't like, you have to do something about it. That should be your why. If you have that, if you go to college and you fucking hate it, that should be your why, telling you, hey, if I don't do this, then I'm not going to get anywhere and I'm going to live that average mediocre life that everyone else is living. That's your why right there. That's you telling yourself, why am I doing all of this stuff? Why am I losing all these sleepless nights? Why am I doing it? All right, that should be your answer. Everyone should have a why to their success. It should not just be materialistic things that you can buy. It should not be clubbing. It should not be anything to do with dopamine because dopamine is only, it could satisfy you for a little bit, but it's not going to take you anywhere in life. What really matters are the things that truly stick to your heart and your head. Helping your parents out, making sure that they're going to be financially free and not have to worry about any more bills, including yourself, being financially free, including and not have to worry about any bills. That's the real reason why you should be doing all this stuff.